on shows because clearly academics didn't work out.
And somewhere, oh, dog, look at that. Oh, yeah, it's on. Ho! Yes, sir. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's crazy, right? So I don't know if you can see what's happening right now, but I am not at home. Yes, that's right. Somebody else is watching my kids, ladies and gentlemen, and I am loose right now. I am running wild. Somehow, some way, they let me into a place called the ESPN 690 studios. Oh, my God. Let me tell you something, brother. It's happening right before my very eyes. It's the Rec Room Sports Show. We are in the ESPN 690 studio right here in Jacksonville, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe it. Somehow, some way, I got Bo Crouch, Bobby G, and Uncle Scott all at the same time. And for some odd reason, we are assembling Voltron just because there is several things going on. That's right. NBA trade deadline. It happened. 1 o'clock. No more trades. Giannis is still in Milwaukee Bucks. Ja Morant is still in Memphis. Everybody else lost their houses, apartments, and is gone. But somehow, some way, this weekend, y'all, there is a Super Bowl. I see there's 3 people. I see you 3 people. Shout out to you. Go ahead and share this live right now. We're going to do a quick 30 minutes, and we want to see who can see us, who can hear us. And look, I know you're looking. I'm not at home, bro. I'm not at the crib. Like, it's just, we are doing something different today. So this is the ESPN 690 dry run, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in here. Big shout out to our producer, Brian, who is hanging out with us. He is like, y'all are nuts for trying to think this is going to work today, but he is staying out. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know if y'all know anything about Jacksonville, but we got to do something cool for Brian. We got to get him some tunas. We got to get him like a Jack's chicken shrimp plate. You know what I'm saying? It's something we got to do. That's like Jacksonville is famous for that. If you ever come down here, like it's a thing. I had to learn about it called lemon pepper J's. You go to lemon pepper J's and you can get a 6-piece lemon pepper wet and also see a bum fight. You can see a bum fight. You stay out there long enough because y'all know if you know anything about Duval County, guys, it's some of the best food is in some of the most hardest places, but that's okay. It's beautiful and it's dirty all at the same time. But that's why we love it here. Okay. And big shouts out to everybody who could be previewing and listening. We are on right now. So guess what, guys? I am going to hit this button. Not that one. Wait. More money. So many buttons, but you know what? We're going to hit the one that matters, man, and we're going to go ahead and go. Hey, Bobby G, you in the building? I appreciate you. Uncle Scott, man, I appreciate you as well. Bo, over there on the West Coast, you got a lot to say because, of course, it's your time to shine because your Seattle Seahawks are in the Super Bowl.
This is Rec Room Sports. Olympians carrying the torch, going where they don't go. We ain't lost. From the optics to the topics, we got this with synopsis. Think outside the boxes like Jay on the mic or your boy K Witt. Joe is my coach, T Sweat on the mix. All sports, even if you catch fish like Nate Diaz catches fist. You need to catch this episode, it's a can't miss. We go live and you should subscribe and X's and O's. We made our plan, yo.
That's right, y'all. It's the Rec Room Sports crew. Right now, I need everybody. I see 7 people. I need those 7 people to hit share and subscribe and like all at the same time. I know that's a lot of clicking, but I need you to do it because I don't know if you know. Right now, I am in a place of grandeur. That is right. I am out here in the streets, not at the house, not at the crib. The kids, shout out to my wife. Somebody's watching them right now. But we are at the ESPN 690 studios, y'all. We doing it big. Just for the day, just for Super Bowl weekend, we're doing a dry run. And I got the gang in the building with me. You know what's up, man. You see him. Uncle Bo Crouch. Bo Crouch, what it do? How you doing, man? Everything all right?
Yeah, man, it's great hanging out with you guys. It's been a minute.
I know, man. You know, you're one of the hardest working brothers. So we appreciate you when you can come in. You know, you had hockey games, WNBA games, sidelines of Seahawks games. I'm honestly surprised you're not in Santa Clara, to be honest with you.
I need some better sponsors, man.
Don't worry, bro. When we get this ESPN check, we're going to get some. So Bobby G out there in Vegas, you know what's up, man? Cleveland's home. Las Vegas is home. What's up with you, man? How you feeling?
What is good, man? Out here enjoying this beautiful weather. I know it sucks in the rest of the country, but move to Vegas. It's your fault.
Yeah, trust me. We, as you can see, I do have on a hoodie in Jacksonville. Very uncommon. If I don't got the poo shiesty on, but I'm wrapped up today because it's gonna be cold by the time we got here. And then, of course, straight out of the nursing home, one of my best friends, one of my confidants, all the bets, all the numbers, all the futures. Lock it in's own Scott Cole, ladies and gentlemen. Scott, how you feeling over there, bro?
I'm great, Bobby. Listen, it's 35 degrees in Boston. I'm going to the beach later on, so.
And it's funny because everybody's suffering. It's cold and all that. It's low 60s and sunny here in Seattle.
Oh wow, the Pacific Northwest has better weather right now. That's crazy. Nirvana would love it. Okay, shout out to all my Kurt Cobain people out there. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, we got some comments. What's going on? We appreciate you. Make sure you share this right quick for your boy. We would appreciate that most definitely. And then somehow, some way, yo, Candy, what it do? I see you. Once again, do me a big favor, man. You on YouTube right now? Go ahead and share the live for the people. Make sure they know we out here hanging out. We about to talk about one of our favorite things in the world. It's that time of the year where sports are coming to a head, like they all happening at one time, so to speak. So we got the NBA trade deadline, and then at the same time, we also got the Super Bowl this Sunday. That's right. Super Bowl 60 is taking place in Santa Clara, California, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you've been living under a rock, but these past playoffs were some of the most entertaining. I can honestly say there weren't very many like blowouts, unless you want to talk about the 49ers, but they were having a completely decimated team at the time. And somehow, some way, we made it to the precipice. Y'all know what the precipice is, right? That's like the peak. Okay, where we get to say two of the best teams from the entire season, or throughout the entire season, are now going head to head for one last game. And I know how it goes. It's the NFL. There's only one champion, but sometimes there are more victories. So one of these teams, although they won't hoist the trophy, the great Lombardi, they will be able to say, hey, at least we made it to the Super Bowl. So just like that, we got Bo Crouch in the building. Bo, Seattle is your home, big Seahawks guy. One of the things I would love for you to kind of get into as we have these conversations, of course, is what has the season been like as you are in the area? You know what I'm saying? Like this past season, living in Jacksonville, seeing the maturation of Trevor Lawrence, seeing Liam Cohen kind of meld his team into his own image. Like it was a really wild thing to be around the city. So tell me what it's been like for you out there in Seattle, like while you were holding it down.
Yeah, I mean, so it's a little bit different because the Pete Carroll era was highly successful. So for McDonald's first year, there was a ton of pressure, right? Because they're like, okay, we forced Pete Carroll out of the building. You better show out when you get here, right? And so he gets here, he ends up with a 10-win season, and you're like, okay, people started to calm down a little bit. And then you started listening to the media this last offseason, right? And they're like, oh, Seattle's going to win 6 games, and they're going to be the last place in the division and all of that. And you're just like, okay.
Wow.
Sorry, I just popped up. But yeah, no, it's so it's nice to it's nice to see him just kind of carry that on. But with all the media saying that this team was going to be terrible, last in the division, and all of that, I didn't share that same view. I thought they were going to be a 10-win wild card team. I thought that Rams would probably win, and then I thought Seattle would end up leaving in the divisional round. I don't think anybody had the Patriots doing what they're doing, right? Yeah. Like I had them as like a 6 or 7 win team. You had them in the Super Bowl. I feel like
not the Super Bowl, but I had them in the playoffs preseason.
Okay.
Yeah, and I had them as a 10-win team on Let's Talk Sports show on Thursday night.
Really?
So yeah, team? I did. The schedule. Well, the schedule was conducive.
I didn't expect the schedule to be quite as soft as it became.
Right.
The schedule, and you're like, okay, it's a kind of easy schedule. But it became a crazy schedule when you look at the fact there's only 3 coaches of their entire schedule.
Right.
unemployed.
Wow. Yeah. There's only 3 of them that still got a job after all of this trouble that they went through to get to the season.
Yeah.
And one of them probably shouldn't have been, right? Like Zach Taylor, I don't know how those guys kept their job like that. How do you have Joe Burrow and keep missing the playoffs because nobody wants to play defense? Nobody wants to pay defense. I don't know how the GM and coach haven't been ousted there, but good on them, I guess.
but hey, look, my friends are here. Both of my wide receivers, look at them. Look at them. I think my wide receivers are good, right? That's what he was saying. My friend, who I said I was going to pay, got paid. And in essence, in my opinion, it's somewhere in the thought process of Joe Burrow and his mad scientist ways was like, well, I did my part. that's what he was supposed to do. Now, speaking of quarterbacks, the story of these 2 quarterbacks are vastly different. Of course, you got 2 guys who were drafted at the top of their classes, respectfully. Drake May, of course, who went through a down year with Gerard Mayo as his coach, gets Mike Vrabel, turns everything around this season. But then you got the journeyman, the consummate journeyman, and Sam Darnold, aka Ginger Cuz, has been taking the world by storm. Like in real life, to have gone from New York and to be left out there for dead, to be sent to Carolina, to be in Minnesota, well, not to be in Minnesota, but to go to the 49ers, then to be in Minnesota and be one of the other 14-win quarterbacks in the league, and then thinking, hey, look, I found a home. And then to go to Seattle and kind of have to start all over and then elevate yourself to this level. Like these are 2 of the biggest storylines of the weekend, guys. Which of them do you think gets more of the attention based on what we just talked about? Is it Drake May being, not necessarily in a rookie year, but in a resurgence year, or Sam Darnold finally, getting the recognition he's deserved, especially after doing it two times in a row?
I think it's Donald. It's Donald to me,
No question.
because of the journey he's been on. And what was the caveat that everybody said going into this year? Well, Sam Darnold, look what he came off of with the Vikings the last 2 games he played. He was terrible. Well, Seattle signed him, and they have an elite wide receiver around him. They signed Cooper Kupp, who's a great number 2, and then they traded for Shaheed. So he's got weapons all over the place now. I didn't think he was really gonna suffer. I don't think we were gonna see the Donald at the end of last year. Yeah, I thought he would be fine this year. Maybe not to this level, but the Seattle Seahawks have ultimate confidence that Sam Donald can do what he needs to do to win them. And that's all you need as a quarterback, is to have your coach's confidence and your teammates. And he's got it. So I think you're going to see a really good Sam Donald in the Super Bowl.
So I agree with you there. He kept getting the knock of, you can't win the big game and all of that. People forget the fact that the Vikings offensive line got hurt the last 3 weeks of the season.
Yeah, they were trashed out. Yep.
So all of a sudden you went from a protected Darnold to, free run through that offensive line. I don't know a lot of quarterbacks that are just going to show out getting ran over constantly, but where my apprehension was for him coming in was Seattle had a bottom 5 offensive line for the last 5 years, right? It's been terrible. And you had Geno Smith, who was able to function fairly well behind that terrible offensive line. He reset the passing record here in Seattle 2 of the 3 years he was playing. So you're just like, okay, like he plays well in that system. They go get Darnold, and then you start looking at history of, okay, well, when he's under pressure, he struggles. And then you're like, and our offensive line largely been a problem. I was like, man, this doesn't seem like a good deal. Then one of the first things they do is go fix the offensive line. And you're like, oh, okay. So you do have a plan here. Then you get rid of Lockett and DK, both of those guys making $31 million each. So you're just like, okay, you've cleaned off all this cap space. You go get Kupp for nothing, and you get Shaheed for nothing, really. All of a sudden you're looking at this and you're like, okay, you can kind of see what they're building. You thought it was going to move forward. I just didn't see where, it going the way it did. I think the biggest part through this postseason run for Darnold is the fact that that game against the Rams, he protected the ball. He throws for 350, gets 3 touchdowns. You're like, okay, you finally won the big game. You finally won it against a team that you've struggled with. I think that really shut a lot of the critics up. It's going to be, I'm looking forward to this game. It's going to be an amazing game.
And as usual, both of my contemporaries are both wrong, and here's why. And shame on you, Scott. It's clearly Drake May. Drake May has the weight of the football world on his shoulder, and he doesn't realize it yet. Because if the Patriots go on to win this game, he's the next Tom Brady.
Ooh.
If the Patriots lose this game, he's not Tom Brady. This Super Bowl is literally a carbon copy to 2001. You got a team who isn't supposed to be there, a quarterback who isn't supposed to be there, a team that is a heavy underdog going into a game that they should lose.
Awesome defense.
Exactly. Yeah. So, like I say, you got the coach, like the Vrabel, Drake, Belichick, Brady comparisons are not going to end it. Like I say, it doesn't matter whether they win or lose. It's either going to be you're on your way to being the next, or you're not living up to what's expected.
For sure.
I mean, they're ahead of schedule.
No, they're not. It's second year. This is year 2 for Drake. It was year 2 for Brady. They're right on schedule. Right on schedule.
Year two for Brady and year 2 for Drake May sound like two separate things, but you have a great point. And to me, Scott probably knows this a little better than me. It's the combination of quarterback and coach for me. Like that cohesion is really tough. And once again, I have to refer back to being right here in Jacksonville when, of course, Liam Cohen got a bad start, so to speak. He came in and did the call wrong. Duval. You got to move the vowel sounds in the other direction. You know what I mean? But
it was
right. Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah, trying to falsetto that thing.
Right. Nobody taught him how to do it before he did it. But after that, from that point on, you could see that the offense was changing. They gave, Trevor Lawrence keys to see what was going to be happening with the defense. Let's get some motion going on. Okay, so the corner's not following, the linebacker's not going over. So this is obviously a zone. Let's figure out what we're doing, where the ball is going, and so on and so forth. I think that very similar things happened in both instances, to where Sam Darnold is coming from a system that it looked like, and I'm sure y'all will agree with me, it looked like he had it under control in Minnesota, and then he comes into Seattle and kind of has to rebuild that confidence. And of course, great coaches put the battery in his back, and he's repeating very much similar, if not better, a better stat line than he was in Minnesota. But then Drake May, of all people, and all of you guys know this for sure, young quarterbacks in really, really tough positions can go downhill fast. It'll be year 1. Oh, we think you're great. It goes back. Year 2, sophomore slump turns into forever for them to get out of. So I think in reality, the coaching staff and the application of whatever needed to be learned, especially with both offenses, played a huge part into what we're going to witness on this weekend.
But I think the difference between Drake May and some of those other quarterbacks, and I don't know, Bobby and Bo and what you would agree with it, is I think Drake May has the perfect mindset to be an NFL quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't get too high. He doesn't get too low. He kind of stays on that level. And Vrabel gets an immense amount of credit for that. Vrabel has come in and said, you're a quarterback. He came there because of him. But don't get too high. Don't get too low. Just stay level. The best NFL quarterbacks stay on that flat surface. And I think Drake May does that really well. And I think if they lose the Super Bowl, they win the Super Bowl, I don't think it's going to matter to Drake May. I think he's just going to stay on that even keel and just keep going. At least what he says when you hear him talk, he looks like a guy that's very composed and very comfortable in his skin. And that's important in the NFL.
It's a very well-coached team. Like Vrabel's a great coach. Yes. And so this is a very well-coached, disciplined team, which is how they're ahead of schedule, honestly.
Yes.
I mean, you can say what you want about the schedule. You still got to win those games.
Absolutely.
But, for them to be as far ahead of schedule as they are, that is a testament to coaching.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean,
and you know
Titans, if you're the
that's what
Titans, you got to
happened.
be mad.
Mhm.
If you're a Titan fan, you got to be mad.
Yeah, there we go. That's a and listen. If you're a Titan fan, and I spoke about this on the show Tuesday, make sure you go back and look at that episode of Rec Room Sports from Tuesday where I kind of gave a big little soliloquy about the butterfly effect. So the Titan fans are in an uproar because they had Mike Vrabel, but you know who lost their job about this on their day off? Kwesi Odofu-Mensah. That's right, the old GM from Minnesota. Because you know why? You had Sam Darnold and you had Daniel Jones on the same team. And you decided that J.J. McCarthy was going to be the second coming based on a metric that is not proven by actually being on the field. Is based off of numbers because he's a logical guy. Everybody knows that, he's got that background from the 49ers brain trust. And when you started using the analytics speak to J.J. McCarthy being able to make option throws, being able to run and pass, all of that good stuff that it looks like visually that Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold are not good at. So he put all of the chips in the center of the table. He said, you know what? I'm going to risk it all because J.J. McCarthy, when he comes off this injury, he's going to be good. And somehow, some way, we're going to be we're going to be a 10-plus win team. No, negative. Did not happen. Less games won. And now he's on top of, what was, speculated for him to be, okay, I'm taking days off. I got a baby, that type of stuff. He lost his job, and that sucks.
But what I think Bobby brought up a good point on that Tuesday night show too, is that they were 6-4 with J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah.
So when he got injured, Max Brosman was the backup quarterback. He's not an NFL quarterback. I'm sorry, he just is not. He does not lead the team on drives. He does not lead the team in any way, shape, or form. So I think J.J. McCarthy deserves another chance because I think he could. I'm not saying he's going to be a top quarterback, but he could be that middle of the road quarterback that'll get them in the playoffs year in and year out as a wild card.
Aren't you a little worried that he's been hurt 2 out of 2 years?
That's the concern.
I mean,
that is the concern. Can he stay healthy? And if he can't stay healthy,
they're
going to have to find another solution.
Back in the day, they would tell you, hey, young man, get in the weight room and drink some milk. I don't know if it's the same thing for these players.
As Bill Belichick said, the best ability is availability.
No question.
Hey, guys, you know what? This is a quick, little test run. We are once again in the ESPN 690 studios. I'm so excited about it. I can't even get the words out of my mouth. We are at the ESPN 690 studios right now. This is Rec Room Sports. That's right. It's going to turn into Rec Room Sports Radio, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you know or if you've been living under a rock, but we got plans, big plans. And on top of those plans, Uncle Bo, I know you got some. Do me a big favor. We're going to let you ride. Give us your prediction for Sunday and go.
Yeah, so I got Seattle winning this 27-24. I think the Patriots do cover. Seattle is the better team. I think they win. I would expect them to get the over. 45.5 is probably not quite there. If it's 27-24, they hit that over. I think this is going to be a much closer game than people are giving it credit for. You have a great defense out of New England. The offense is a little bit shaky at times, but because they're as untested as everybody likes to say, right? Because of that schedule, they could be every bit of the team that record shows or not. And we don't know because even when they got to the playoffs, you had a CJ Stroud implode. You had Bo Nix get hurt. So, I mean, we don't really know. And, with that, it means you also don't have great tape that you can take a lot from where Seattle comes from. Now, on the other side of that, Seattle is going to be the most complete team they've faced. So I expect this to be an awesome battle. I do expect a second Lombardi coming to Seattle, though.
Hey, man, Bo, first of all, I got to say, big shouts out to you, man. Thank you. We appreciate you, Bo. Do me a favor, tell everybody where we can find you on your social medias and your shows you got going on, bro.
Yeah, so you can find me on all the socials at Football Talk with Bo, on YouTube at Football-Talk, and Roku TV, 97.3 Radio, and then guest spots all over the place. Like I'm always running around. And in fact, if you're in Seattle, if there is a stadium, I'm probably in it.
He ain't lying. Hey, look, we trying to catch up with Bo because we trying to get to the big checks. That's for sure. Man, so, once again, it's amazing to have you on the show. Don't worry, we will be in contact with you whether or not they win. You'll still be our guy no matter
I have
what.
no comment on that, by the way.
Like, no, they didn't win. Hit the brick.
Yeah, shout out to you. Hey, Bobby G, do me a favor. Take a moment and send the link to brother Alan Peralez for me. And Bo, we appreciate you, man. If you got to jump out, we're going to talk a little basketball before we got to get up out of here, okay?
Perfect. Take it easy, gentlemen. Always great hanging out with you guys.
Always,
Bo,
man.
see ya.
Peace, bro.
Thanks.
See you later.
Yeah. Oh, Uncle Bo Crouch in the building, out the building. We appreciate him as always, man. We're going to keep it moving. So, guys, we are here once again representing our Rec Room Sports Crew show right here on ESPN 690. Big shouts out to Unique Trends and Styles, one of our main sponsors that we'll be mentioning coming up in the opening of the show like we do. Unique Styles and Trends, or Unique Trends and Styles. If you need a haircut, make sure you get at me. I'll tell you exactly where to go. We are going to be in Orange Park off of Blanding. I can't wait to get these commercials done so we can represent like we're supposed to. Now, guys, basketball. It's happening. Trade deadline, 1:00 p.m. No more bodies have moved. And as I look around the landscape of the NBA, Giannis Antetokounmpo is apparently still in Milwaukee. Ja Morant is still in Memphis. What are we doing? What happened? Is it better for us to just wait to the offseason? It's more feasible. What do you guys think about that?
I think the Bucks just dangled that carrot out and said, okay, fooled you. He's not going anywhere. No, I think it's feasible for the Bucks to move Giannis in the offseason, I think. They might get a little bit more for him. So, Ja Morant, I thought, was gone. I thought he was all but gone.
Oh, for sure. I for sure thought Ja was
That's
gone.
the way the talk was going, and he stayed. So, I don't know. Jaren Jackson got traded. I thought Ja was the next guy to go, but obviously not. So, I don't know what's going on with Ja.
Yeah, absolutely right. From Milwaukee, it just benefits him more to trade Giannis, try and move Giannis in the offseason. You get better draft compensation. You know where you're picking. You know where others are picking. Not only that, Giannis, there's a saying, what's the point of having F you money if you never say F you? I think Giannis was just pushing the team to get better. And he said it in the comments that he made last evening. It's like he wants to stay in Milwaukee. He just wants the team to be competitive and try and be competitive. And if you're not going to be competitive, then yes, I would want out. I don't think there's any malice or like he's not upset or he's not furious with the organization. He just wants to compete. So this could play out quickly in the offseason. I think the longer it goes through the offseason, the better it benefits Bucks fans that Giannis will be there. And I think their first step will be to make moves to ensure that he stays there, ensure that he's happy before they essentially try and trade him. With Ja, you got to have a market. And right now, there is no market for Ja Morant. Like, we talk about availability. Being injured is one thing, but, bro, we don't know whether you're going to be injured, whether you're going to be suspended. Like, how can we count on you? And it's sad to see a guy who was on his way to being the face of the NBA into the situation where he is now. Till right now, he's still, to me, the second most exciting player to watch play basketball. Obviously, first being Anthony Edwards. So, but again, there has to be a market, and like who's going to take him? If you're a contending team, are you willing to give the assets that it's going to take plus the money to go and get him? And if you're rebuilding, does he have the character and the maturity that you really want to build your franchise around? So, tough on both sides. Get that done.
Bobby, do you guys think?
Big shout out to Mr. First Down. What it do, Sam? We appreciate you. That's right. Tennessee Titans #1 fan. He is in the brochure, ladies and gentlemen. He don't got the sexy bow on, but that is my friend. He has a better beard than me, so I got to show him some respect. Sam, what it do? We appreciate you. AP, Alan Peralez in the building. Alan, what's going on, bro? Thanks for joining us. We got to make sure Alan gets his prediction in. He was somewhere in the I saw him. He's not there anymore. Wonder where Alan went. But go ahead, Scott. Go ahead and get it in real quick.
So do you guys think that Giannis gets traded? He's got to be signed to close to a $300 million contract.
Oh, absolutely.
The extension has to be done. The point, Giannis has got, if wherever they go, the extension has to be done within minutes of him getting there. That's it.
Absolutely. I mean, keep in mind, he's only 31.
Right.
So he's still got 5 to 6 terrific years in front of him.
Because my thought was Minnesota traded Conley and cleared some cap space to get Giannis. I thought that's where he was going, Minnesota.
They were trying. They were trying.
Yeah. They were major players in this.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. And I felt the same way. I kept hearing whispers of what could happen in Cleveland as well. And then to turn around and it not to happen, I really feel like, look, hey, is this the year that he goes, well, hey, look at Tyrese Halliburton, look at Jason Tatum, look at what happened to Kevin Durant. I've had 3 calf injuries already this season. I'm just going to sit out. I'm just going to sit out, bro. Hey, look, guys, we did it. We made it to 6 o'clock. We have done the experiment, so to speak. And first of all, I want to make sure we do the right thing. We got to give some props to my guy Brian and Bill. Brian, what do you do? With the gang, we're going to make sure he's included. This will be our producer going forward. So we're going to make sure we get Brian a nice crisp T-shirt. You can't see him right now, but Brian's about like 6'7", so we got to make sure we get him like a tall tee in the first place. So guys, we're going to
see him in the reflection behind you.
Oh yeah, well there you go. Yeah, you can kind of see exactly. Right. So, we got to get off the air. Thank you for everybody for tuning in. Make sure you remember that ESPN 690 will be the home of Rec Room Sports Radio. We're going to be doing that real soon. So like, share, and subscribe. So guys, before we get off the air, real quick, prediction, Super Bowl. Bobby, go.
Patriots 27-23.
Patriots 27-23. What we got, Scott? What you got?
Patriots 21-16.
21-16. I'm going even closer than that, man. I'm going 27-24 Seahawks, man. I feel, I said it on Tuesday. I really think somehow, some way that the special teams play will play a huge part in the win. This is one of the few Super Bowls where the tides will be turned based on field position. And I remember Devin Hester in that Super Bowl for Chicago giving everybody hope and chills at the same time when he caught that football. So I'm thinking Raheem Shaheed can do the same thing for Seattle, and I'm looking for Seattle to get the win. Still, it's going to be close, but I'm looking for Seattle to come out with the W. Guys, go ahead and kick it in. Scott, what we got going on for the rest of the week? You doing lock it in this weekend? You ready to do some bets for us?
Do some bets, lock it in this weekend, and then the Super Duper Super Bowl show Sunday afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central on the Let's Talk Sports Network. So I'm in Bodkins' channel. So be looking forward to that.
Yeah, big shouts out to my guy Nick Bodkins. We're going to get Nick Bodkins involved, and I appreciate him always supporting us as well. Bobby G, man, you got the whole network to yourself. Big shouts out to you. Audible sports podcast, right, where life and sports meet culture. Make sure you follow him on all of his socials. Bobby G, what you got going on this weekend, bro?
Absolutely. Tonight, you can catch me later on tonight talking football, the Audible TNF post-game show. Me, Wildcard Mar, April the Jets Girl, Ashley Bowles going to be hopping on with us later in a special appearance by K Pierce TV. And yeah, tomorrow, like I said, the original Audible Sports Podcast for Sports Mix Life and Culture. Me and Wildcard Mar, game will be previewing the Super Bowl, talking NBA trade deadline, and a bunch of other random stuff, as well as our Fit Friday men's mental health check-in. So tune in.
Yeah, man. Fit Friday men's mental health check-in. That sounds like a place I need to be, because please check on my mental health, because them kids sometimes, boy, I just, you gotta hug, when they mess with you, you just gotta hug them a little tighter. That's all it is. But anyway, y'all, hey man, it's been great. This was a dry run. We appreciate you, everybody who is in the live right now. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you share. We got so much more going on with Rec Room. Big shouts out to my guy Jay. Jay, what it do? We appreciate you. We will be back. Regular scheduled program Friday. We're going to be doing a whole recap on In the Hoop. We're going to be talking all the trades, so make sure you locked in for that as well. Lock it in on the weekend. We will be doing all of the futures. We're going to be looking at some of those Hard Rock numbers, so that way people in Florida can get locked in the way we get locked in. Tanner Dawson, my guy. Can't wait to get with you and the rest of the Fantasy Brew Sports crew as well. And then everybody else, we appreciate you. We're going to go ahead and get out of here, man. So I'm going to hit the button. Peace.